you ever experienced or participated in any bad moments or activities in VR chat?
Admittedly, yes.
The internet can be an amazing place, from the wacky websites to the ability to be connected with anyone across the world. Still, the problem of having everyone able to connect with each other is the everyone part. Mainly because there are people whose only goal is to see the suffering of others, but also because there are people who use the internet for illegal activities. If that may be for the real world or take place entirely online, this makes the iconic dark side of the internet. Roblox, one of the most popular kid games with around 190 million average monthly players in 2021, and a hub for games for kids made by kids. But when there are kids, there is an in-game currency to make money. And with the motivation for almost everyone being money, this makes the undermined problem of envy and greed run throughout Roblox. And sometimes children get a hold of their parents' credit card, spending thousands of dollars with no restrictions on in game purchases, mostly because Roblox has items that are actually worth thousands of dollars. And they even have a built in view of the item's price fluctuating with purchases being made by other users. And too many kids have fallen into this trap. And when it happens, usually the parents are clueless and at fault, which is understandable, but at the same time, there is no real warning for kids or parents about these online purchases and no parental options to prevent purchases except for one little warning, and parental settings aren't even on by default in the game. Lust or sexual behavior is always a big issue on child platforms, but the only thing Roblox can say is that the behavior is not on their site, because when working on games paired with the poor communication system on Roblox makes developers or just normal players want better ways to communicate. And the number one place to go is Discord. And on Discord, you can chat with friends and stream games, but is also a lot of sexting and grooming that can happen on Discord that is linked to Roblox or other platforms. But instead of improving chats on their platforms or warning others to not chat off-site, they just say it's not their problem. And with a disregard for these problems can lead to terrible things.
Why do you play VR chat?
Originally it was to try and meet friends, stuff like that, find a community that I'm comfortable with. But it's kind of backfired. And now it's just mainly making fun of those same groups that I tried becoming a part of, but
How did it backfire exactly?
met the wrong people.
VR chat is a place that has the potential of the whole metaverse in its hands, but shows its true colors when looking at the dark side of drugs, grooming, sex, and doxing in VR chat. VR chat started in 2014, around when VR, virtual reality, started taking off, and Facebook bought out Oculus for 2.3 billion. Both Oculus and VR chat started to take off, bringing a new era and a new future to the world by teaming up with each other to make a new way for virtual reality. But VR chat is just a game for testing. Being a testing game and having millions of dollars in funding, worrying about moderation for avatars and worlds is not something on the top of the to-do list. And without moderation leads to a breeding ground for NSFW, not safe for work content. And when it is available for 13 plus users, is a big mistake because the only thing preventing NSFW content from being public is this little warning that pops up. But there is nothing in game preventing NSFW avatars being shown in public. And there is ERP, erotic roleplay, and underage NSFW avatars unmoderated involved in ERP. There are even drugs sold through VR chat, and when mixing all of this with minors leads to the face of a platform with people communicating all over the world with an underground market of sex, drugs, and pedophiles.
The cons of it is you get more disconnected from reality the more you hang out in virtual reality.
Life keeps getting harder and harder with the internet spreading hate and abuse in the world. But being so connected can help the world at the same time. Look at Team Trees and Seas getting millions of dollars for real change. How do we fix the black and white of the internet? Roblox has a world of exploiting kids for money. VR chat has almost an infinite amount of potential, but doesn't have the proper moderation to keep NSFW content and minors separate. When you look at problems like these, it is hard to think of a solution that would work. For starters, Roblox can have such a big platform because of all the money they get from kids. And VR chat has been so connected because of all the funding from tech corporations to test and get feedback from their technologies. And to scale Roblox and VR chat down to help their platforms from the inside is hard because users lose the constant and reliable updates. It's not profitable to help people. A true way to fix these problems is to make things expensive, unreliable, or just less overall without money. Roblox would have to take a share of their millions of dollars they make and put it towards proper communication and moderation within the developer community. VR chat would have to make a better subscription to get real moderation towards NSFW content. All in all, VR chat and Roblox thrive in the kingdom of night by making people think platforms with undermining problems are the norm, and that it's only a matter of time when everything has its bad side. Finding a good side will soon be a difficult thing to find.
When I play VR chat, it's fun. I get to hang out with my friends, and I get to be anything I want.